What's going on? It's your boy SB. So we are talking about the news that just came out that Amazon is planning to lay off 10,000 people. Let's talk about this. All right, so we're going to get straight into it. First off, one of the headlines, this is CNBC. It says Amazon reportedly plans to lay off about 10,000 employees starting this week. So just off top, they said that this is according to Wall Street Journal. And when they reached out to Amazon, a representative did not immediately respond to the request or comments. So this is all just coming off from the reporters from CNBC, Yahoo, New York Times, everybody. But I guess an official spokesman hasn't come out to say it. Is there a reason for that? I have my opinion on that in a minute, but let's just read into this real quick. So they're saying Amazon is planning to lay off approximately 10,000 employees in corporate and technology roles beginning this week. So first off, have I heard anything about this? I'm in corporate. I ain't heard nothing about this. You feel me? So, but first, this is what I have been talking about. I've been talking about this for about 5 months now. And the thing is, I don't think this is over. But we're going to finish this article, then we're going to talk about my thoughts on all this. So they go on to say that shares of Amazon were down 2.5% on Monday, and the cuts would be the largest in the company's history and would primarily impact Amazon devices, organization, retail division, and human resources, according to the report. Then they said the reported layoffs would represent less than 1% of Amazon's global workforce and 3% of its corporate employees. So just with those things right there, they said only 1%. Actually, they said less than 1% of its global workforce. Do we think, just logically, in my opinion, just thinking rationally, you know, the old hustler in me, you feel me? I think about numbers, right? Do we think 1%? A big enough adjustment to make up for the huge loss that they've been having? Only 1% layoff? So that's one of the reasons as well why I think this is not over yet. So first off, man, this is ginormous right here. That's 10,000 people. Those are fathers. Those are mothers. Those are uncles. Those are sons. Those are people who had plans for the next 6 months. And then on top of that, this is right now announced right before the Christmas season. So that was my thing too. We don't really have too much exact data when it comes to, okay, when is this layoff happening? Like, is this immediate, or are they giving them 6 months? They're giving them 3 months? Are they getting a severance package? Just by this announcement, I'm sure if people don't already know who they are, everybody's walking on thin ice right now, or everybody's mind now has some stress on it that works at Amazon. And either way, it's bad, whether the layoffs are right now or 3 months. You're going to go through the holiday season knowing you about to get laid off and you got to find a new job. Your holidays is done. Or if you get laid off right now, right before the holiday season, either way that you look at this, this is not good. So with not much information on the details in this, I'm pretty sure they said this is supposed to take place this week. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some follow-up information. So if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell because we will definitely be following this up, because I've been talking about this for the last 5 months, and not from any inside information. The mere fact alone that I already knew consumer spending was going to pull back. That's what at least Amazon, the facility side, is based off of. People got to spend money. So automatically I already knew, this don't look right. And I've been telling people for the last 4 or 5 months, get your resume ready, get for this right here. So we definitely going to be following this. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't. But let's get into some more info. So they go on to say that the holiday season is critical for Amazon, and usually one where the company has increased its headcount to meet the demand. Remember, 4 months ago, I said, this is going to be Amazon's slowest peak season. I said that months ago. And they say that the CEO, when he took over in 2021, has been in cost-cutting mode to preserve cash as the company confronts slowing sales in a gloomy global economy. That's what I've been talking about the last 5 months. It says the company already announced hiring freeze. We already talked about that. Go check out that video if you haven't checked it out yet. In recent months, Amazon shut down its telehealth service, also delaying new warehouse locations, which we've covered on this channel as well. Go check that out on my channel if you haven't seen those. But then it goes on to say Amazon reported disappointing third quarter earnings in October, spooked investors and caused shares to shrink more than 13%. It marked the first time Amazon's market cap fell below $1 trillion since April 2020. And the report was the second time warned this year that Amazon's results have been enough to spark double-digit percentage sell-off. It says Amazon stock is down about 41% for the year, more than the 14% drop in the SP 500, and is on pace for its worst year since 2008. Sound familiar? Does any of this sound familiar? Yes, to people who've been following my page, we've been talking about this, that was going to come. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. So this article right here, this was CNBC. This will be in the description. Also, you have it on Yahoo Finance where they said the same thing. Amazon to lay off 10,000 workers as soon as this week. So it's saying as soon as this week. I want details. You feel me? I'm sure we all want details. Who, what, when, where, why, how, what's going to happen. One thing that I think is going to change, at least for this one, remember on all the other ones, the smaller ones, they were trying to redirect them in a different part of the company. I don't think 10,000 people are going to fit somewhere else in the company. I don't know. I mean, I hope so. This is the very thing that I've been talking about and trying to prepare people for. I am not a representative of Amazon. This is just not mine. This ain't even my opinion. I'm just talking about what the news is talking about. You feel me? I'm not saying none of this on my own. It's all the news. This is scary. Why is this scary? Because as I've said plenty of times in past videos, the slowest time for Amazon is not now. You feel me? With 10,000 being cut at Amazon's peak season, what is going to happen after? That has been my question for the last 3 months that I've been talking to my people that are on my channels, my subscribers. Shout out to my subscribers. We've been talking about this. What's going to happen in its slow season, which is right after peak? That's my biggest question. So yes, I do think that this is just the start. Why do I say that? One reason is because this is the effect. They're not just laying off people to lay them off. This is the effect. What's the cause? The economy. So if the cause is still causing, you feel me? If the cause isn't changing, if there's no solution being done for the cause, logically, what can we expect? The effect to continue to happen, in my opinion. But if we are not seeing a change in inflation, a change in consumer spending for the better, how can we expect the effect to be different? But my thing is this. So do I still seem crazy? Remember, I was telling y'all, this was one of the reasons why I'm working 2 jobs right now was for this right here. Do I still seem crazy? I don't seem crazy. Am I crazy? Am I talking? I might be a little crazy because I'm in here talking to myself, asking myself if I'm crazy. But this was the reason why I wanted to get 2 jobs. And this whole time, for months now, I've been telling people like, yo, a storm is coming. A storm is coming. And it's just like, people just look at me like, look at this fool. He crazy. This fool crazy. He working 2 jobs. This fool done lost his mind. He ain't get no sleep. Look at him. Look at him walking around all grumpy. Look at him. Which was true. I was walking around grumpy because I'm trying to get better at my sleep. But that's beyond the point. The point is, when a storm comes, what should you do? You should prepare. I've been telling people to prepare. Now, I don't think the storm is fully here. I think we're seeing the effects of the storm here, but I think it's still going to get worse. So what have I always said when it comes to these layoff videos? Let's use this for another warning. Why do I say that? I'm sure that 10,000 people, if they have not been notified, that's going to be notified, is going to wish that they have prepared for that situation. What have I been saying to prepare? Update that resume. Start looking around just in case. Also, the main thing, store up your reserves. Stop spending money you don't need to spend. Put down that fast food. Put down that Versace. Do people still wear Versace? Put down that Prada. Put down the Coach. Put down the brand new 2023 cars that you don't really need to buy. Listen, stop the extra spending right now. Save up your money. Pay off any type of debt that you need to pay off. I also would encourage that this will be a season to probably scale back from going out every single weekend. If you work at a job where there's overtime, I would encourage you to work that overtime. I would actually encourage that you work overtime before trying to get a second job. I'm doing a video on the pros and cons of working 2 jobs. It's difficult. It's really challenging, but this would be a reason that I would want to stick it out. But if you can at least work overtime at your job, do that to bring in those extra funds. The thing is, 10,000 people, they may have their job cut immediately. Who knows? Who knows if there's a severance? Who knows all that details? But besides just Amazon, there's been thousands, actually over 100,000 layoffs of people that may have not been prepared, may have not had the resources, finances, money stored up to be able to pay their bills for the next month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever it may take for them to get that next job. And then some people may be like, oh, well, there's countless of jobs out there. Yeah, but that's getting smaller and smaller each time there's a layoff and each time there's a layoff. And I believe, just my opinion, it's going to get to a point where it ain't going to be that many jobs because the layoffs are going to outweigh the jobs that are opening. I hope it don't get there. But like I said, the cause is inflation. The cause is consumers pulling back spending. If we don't see a change in that, I don't think we can see a change in the effects that come after it. Anyway, so I want to do a video on how to prepare for a recession. If you are somebody who went through the last recession, what are some tips? Drop it in the comment section because we're going to do a video on that so we can prepare. Like I said, I don't think this is over. This is another warning sign. Start to prepare for anything. Also, because if it's not you who gets hit with something like this, what if it's somebody that's close to you? What if it's somebody that you love who loses their job? You want to be in a position to be able to help them out. You want to be in a position that if it's a family member, that you're there to help them to maneuver through that. Anyways, we're going to stay updated on this topic. This is your boy SB. Yes, I'm also an artist. This is my song is about to come on. It's off my project called Motivated. This song's called Whoa. Trying to bring some inspiration, positivity to everybody. Link will be in the description for that. Link for these stories will be in the description as well. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Let's go.
Look, they say I couldn't do it, but I did. Turn stacks to a crib. Yeah, going up, going in. Let them sleep, bedtime, tuck them in. If I'm alive, I'ma live. Mama said if you gon' do it big. Yeah, motivated till the end. Never break, never bend. Finna have them like, whoa.